Okay, well finally, they've finished cleaning up the cantina, so we can start getting in for work, and it is late afternoon, so I'm sorry there's no light, and there isn't any light in here, so let's see how we manage. The camera might adjust, but this is the new cantina inside. It has really, really high ceilings, which is awesome, much higher than our other one. And as you can see, stone walls. I'm hoping you're getting this. I might have to come in with a torch and film again. But can you see that lintel? So that's an old doorway. That's the lovely old timber that would go back hundreds of years. That was a doorway. You can actually see the straight line of where they've filled in. Oh, sorry, there. Filled in some of the, I think I'm pointing to the right spot. Filled in some of the line there of the door, so that will be reopened, so you'll come from our cantina into this one through there. So normally the bed, this will be the bedroom, and the bed will normally be sitting in this area. That lovely double old door will become a glass door, so there'll always be that light streaming in, which obviously during the day is a lot more. These are just the old stone and dirt floors, so there's a lot of work to be done here. It's going to be actually having to be dug out a little bit to make it all one level, and then put in special igloos, they call them. It's special aeration to let the ground breathe, and then you put your floors on top, and then whatever flooring you want. So that's the old pigsty where they kept the little piglets, and the man said he used to watch them run around as a child. That is also, I don't know, I hope you can see that, is another doorway that would have led to the next building, because they all used to communicate hundreds of years ago. So, of course, that wall will be fixed and re-stoned up, and then this wall will probably be a rendered wall anyway, because now this will go, and we probably might be able to use some of those lovely stones somewhere else in bits and bobs of walls that we redo. But this will all be gone to make one big room, and along that wall where that little window is, a cute little window up there, this will then become the bathroom. So this will be bedroom, bathroom, and the bathroom will go a whole way along, hopefully with a shower in that corner, with part of the shower wall being stone. I'd really love to have that look if that's possible, because this back wall, which is a very nice stone wall, which is very dirty at the moment, obviously, will be all repointed. So it will become a really lovely, attractive stone wall. So I think that will be a lovely backdrop there. That wall there will have the stair, the opening there, probably one or two little stairs, maybe one step, not sure yet, depending on the levels from one room to another. Our cantina is slightly higher. And then, as I said, bedroom, probably a lovely ceiling fan in the centre for those hotter summer days. And then with this little wall, which is actually quite thick, this stone wall gone, I'm just stepping up into this area, this whole area here gone all the way to the back wall will give us plenty of room for a lovely ensuite. So that's what the plan is, fingers crossed that all goes to plan. And here where the wall's being rebuilt, because there's a little bit of a bulge there, it's nothing serious at all, but it just does need to be rebuilt nicely. This wall also will be a nice render, which will put a lovely finish on, a bit like one of the paint colours that I've shown you in one of the videos, I think, that I've probably posted earlier into this particular video. And there's a little, you'll remember from my cantina, there's a cute little square sort of like niche. So we're hoping they can continue the niche out. So it'll create like a little two-way niche from one room to another. Then you'll have that opening there, which we're not putting a door on. It will just be a walkway through, because it'll only ever be just one or two family members or friends staying here. So therefore, it doesn't really matter about closing off the bedroom totally, I don't think. I might put a curtain or something, maybe, possibly. We'll see. But anyway, it's going to look great. Ceilings are going to be whitewashed. We'll put some false, you can buy false beams in timber that will hide these steel ones that they put in back. They said they were done quite a while ago to reinforce the floors above. So that's all good. So nice and strong. But because I don't like the look of them, we'll just cover those in timber. And there's great big hooks on the ceiling. Let me zoom in. There's a few of those. don't worry, it wasn't a torture chain, but they used to hang up their prosciuttos to dry in here. So that's what those are. They told me that's where they put their prosciuttos. There's quite a few old hooks that'll come down off there. But there you have it. So that's our new acquisition. And the next new part of our home joined to our cantina next door. So really cute old doors here, but of course, which will go. We need to have light in here. So I'll just close that up. There we go. Et voila. Ecco. I'm so excited. That, of course, comes out onto this little step area. The people are taking this great big plant away, which is beautiful, but it actually does impede on quite a lot of the area we've got here, which we do have usage of this. So I'll put other pretty plants, and there'll be plants hanging down from my top balcony. This will all be, the render will be gone all around here, so that'll be stone, and we'll probably put a cute little table and chair to be able to sit out here, I think, with some nice plants. So that'll be a better use, if you like. That big plant might be able to just go out next to the staircase here or something like that to make that look pretty, because this is just all a common courtyard, so why not? Oh, it's so exciting, isn't it? I'm having one of my first, can we call it a dinner party, a dinner trio? Me and my two beautiful neighbours next door, Laurie and Fabio. So I'm loving my new strip lighting that I showed you. I've opened the first bottle of wine. It's a beautiful one from Amarsi, which are local winemakers here, the beautiful Alice and Andrea. So one of the lovely bottles that I got from them, that one is called Antonio, which I'm hoping, I think I've married it well with what we're eating. I've got another bottle down there ready as well, which that one's called Ottavio. They all have lovely names. Now, I've just turned it off. I just got it sort of warming up. I've started my risotto. So my risotto with porcini mushrooms, but I make that pretty much as people arrive, because that has to be eaten sort of as it is made. Otherwise it goes gluggy. I've got my tacchino in limone. So my turkey that's in just a fresh lemon juice, salt, pepper, just very, very simple. I've done some really lovely yellow zucchinis and a little bit of chili oil. Got my little candle burning. Got my plate set up. I'm all organised. I just have to cut my bread. And got everything set upstairs. I'll show you. I've made it kind of, trying to create a nice ambience in my little lounge room. I'll show you before they get here. So lounge room. Got a soft lighting. Oh, let me show you what I picked up today from a lovely lady here in the village that I'm making a film about the art at their house. But they have this really cute little old antique globe of the world, which I love. I picked that up. Oh, I also picked up this lovely old gold gilt frame, which I've popped Natalie Mayhart's beautiful little Chianni watercolour in. It's not done properly. I didn't have a surround, but I just popped it in there in the meantime because it was prettier than the other frame. What else did I get? Oh, I just got that cute little hand painted. You probably can't see in this light. Very, very subtle lighting, ladies and gentlemen. Just got a couple of candles on. And here, let me turn that light on for you. There you go. Let there be light. We're sitting at our little round table. It's going to be very cozy, sort of picnic dinner in almost. But anyway, look, that's just the way it is, isn't it? You make the most of what you have. I don't know how many of you have seen that light on. Actually, I don't always turn it on over this end, but it makes a really pretty pattern on the ceiling. And then I cleared my little table in the corner, so I'm going to put different foods and the bread and cheese and things up there so we can just serve from there. So I'm pretty well ready to go. And they'll be here very, very soon. Just a few more minutes. We'll turn that light off until they get here because I just like the candlelight. I'm a real candlelight person. How many of you out there are like that? I don't know. I know a lot of people love to have really bright light to eat. They say, you want to see your food, which is true. Of course you want to see your food. But I love the ambience. I've just turned this light on in case anyone has to come up. Have you seen the bed crown in the evening? I can't remember if I've showed you all. I know I've shown you the light on before. Oh, and that was another cute little thing I picked up today. Isn't that gorgeous? A little antique, really old antique alarm clock. She said she thinks it works, but I won't wind it up because it'll probably scare me half to death. But €5, gosh, can't go wrong, can you? So anyway, they will be here any second now. So let's go and get sorted. See you after. So on this beautiful, beautiful autumn morning, I've gone and had a haircut and colour. I really needed it. I feel nice and fresh now. It's a little bit shorter probably than what I was thinking, but that's okay. My hair grows really quickly, really, really quickly, although it's a lot finer than what it used to be. But anyway, the hairdresser said you could tell that I got stressed this year and I lost a whole lot of hair. That was at the beginning when I first got here. I got really stressed, so my hair sort of thinned out through the stress. But it's coming back and growing back and getting stronger. And she uses really nice products here, and I think just living well here, you know, and not being stressed out about stuff, it's getting healthy again, so I'm happy. Anyway, I'm feeling nice and fresh for autumn. Got my olive green fingernails, my new hair, anything that makes you feel brighter and better. And only 4 weeks to go before I see my honey bun again, so that's a big deal for me. Okay, well, on with the day. Let's see what the day has in store for us. The sofa bed just left, so little by little I'm starting to understand the spatial possibilities, I suppose, in here. And do you know, every now and again I think, I forgot that was on the wall. I want that to stay. Look, that's an old thing for tying up your cow or your animals, because of course these were stables. And out there in the courtyard was a barnyard where they would dry out the grains and things like that from the fields. So, you know, this was all like a living, sort of like the centre of the town was almost like a farm in ancient times. So that's what this was. That's why the cantina next door has the little tiny pigsty as well, where the gentleman said when he was a little boy there were still piglets in there. So this wall now, it's great because now I'm understanding when it's blocked up with furniture, sometimes you forget the space you have. But I can see that a really lovely corner unit of seating can go between this little bit here that sticks out. Literally, that's my starting point, because I don't want them to have to break that. So that will just become part of the look. And if you can imagine, I'll try and put some photos over here of what I'm talking about. That ridge of brick, lovely old brick, then will be rendered to be flat on top. So it becomes almost like the back of a seating area. But we'll just follow the line. I want it to be really organic and original. Above that will remain the stone. That long shelf will go. That was just a storage shelf here in the cantina anyway, so that's fine. But then you'll have like a masonry setup where it's all rendered that goes along in a big L shape, like where that pallet is, up until, let me move that for you, up until the rock there, which again will be cleaned and made flat on top, but I want that stone to be left out. I just want things to be kind of organic. This back wall will also be left as stone and will be all repointed. So that will have a lovely low-lying masonry seat that someone can actually sleep on. Then it kind of will convert, if you like, for a young person to sleep on, because I'm having like mattress type cushions on it. And then the space between here and there leaves you enough space. If you imagine the little kitchenette being, say, coming out from the wall as far as my machine does at the moment, it means that across like that, you'll have a little kitchenette here. And then that much space there until the seat starts there. So you've got literally, I'd say that's about 1 metre. So plenty of walking space there. It won't feel too crowded. And then this wall here will probably stay stone, although we're still deciding whether we leave some parts stone and some parts covered in some rendering to have at least one wall that's quite white, because it will really brighten up the room. And because the other side of this wall will also be rendered, it might be nice to have both. Of course, this will have a big gap at that end because that will actually be the passageway through to the next room. And hopefully this will also be like a little light hole going in between the two as well that will be open up on the other side, that little tiny niche, if you like. So little by little, as we clear things out, so managed to give away the divano letto, and one of the gentlemen that came to pick it up was also very happy with one of the big light fittings I had. That was the original one from our lounge room that we had changed for our chandelier. So that's great. Little by little, I'm managing to give things away, emptying it out. Of course, the visual big Damagiana stays. That's one of my prized possessions. Our lovely piece of marble will be used somewhere. This can go, of course. That's just bits and bobs to get rid of now. And the machine, I can't remember if I told you, the machine is going there. This will be closed off with a lovely gate. This will have a new front door. This will have a little door on it as well. And that will be like a little laundry cupboard under the stairs where the machine will go, because all the power and electricity and water and that is on this side as well. So they'll just do a swap around and put it there. So it'll be hidden. And then that will give us plenty of space to have a little underbench fridge, maybe, if I can, a little tiny skinny dishwasher. Not, high priority as such, I suppose, but it would be nice. And of course, some cupboard space, a lovely bench top with a lovely sink on it, a little, probably just a 2-burner top, gas top. The gas line is right there, so that makes it easy. Then this will have some lovely open shelving on it. And yes, it will all come together. So simplicity, leaving it quite organic, rustic, but modern at the same time. I think it's going to be super cool. I'm very excited about it. It's really late afternoon and I've been busy planting or repotting a lot of plants and transporting plants from here to there for the winter, because what we discovered when we got here in spring, or when I got here in spring, was that that balcony there, which is awesome for the sun, is also colder and sort of worse weather, because it's the balcony that gets the most sun, the most wind, the most ice, if it's getting ice. So the plants didn't survive. So little by little, I've been taking them and repotting them and putting them here. So now, they're all in lovely fresh soil as well, which I think always helps, and in more soil and bigger pots. to give them more space. So I'm going to have more and more pretty things, and everything survived really well here over winter. So fingers crossed it does it again. All the plants are starting to get bigger, obviously. And so now there's more and more ivy coming down there, which will look prettier and prettier. This one here is going to have to go with a neighbour because it's really more of an indoor plant or an undercover plant, but it needs watering. So it can't stay there for winter because it would just die off without being watered. So that's okay. That will have to be changed. And, oh, I don't know if you can see from here. Let me... just here, that beautiful new pot that sits on the lovely stone stand. Something is biting me on the leg. A mozzie. I've just put my rosemary that was on the other balcony into that because I think that will do better there. And then now we've got a little one on the side as well. I put another one of the ivies that I had with a little white flower that was in another small pot. I put them together in this pot here. So now we have 1, 2, 3 around the edge, which I think looks really pretty. And of course it will just get better and better and better with each season. Obviously fresh things, there'll be nice fresh flowers in there next spring. I'm not going to replace them now because I've only got 4 weeks. So it's a bit silly to be planting lots of new flowers, even though it would look pretty and add some colour for autumn. But I have priorities, so I'm just going to stand back here a little bit so you can see better from a distance without knocking over Fabio's scooter that's behind me. So there. So this big pot plant here will be gone during winter, even though it's gorgeous, because it does belong to the next house along, that house right over there. And they have a country house. They don't live here. They have a country house. They're going to take it to their farm because all of these walls and these doors, as you know, we're going to be working on them, and therefore that would be in the way for the workmen. So they've kindly said that they're happy to take it to their farm. We did say that it could stay here in the courtyard. Loredana was more than happy to make a bit of space for it here. So if they feel like they don't want to take it that far away, we're happy to just move it over here and still decorate our lovely courtyard with it. But there you go. So next spring, maybe by the time I come back, maybe if all goes well, fingers crossed, this whole building and this part here could be looking like this building with beautiful stone, and this could have a brand new door. This could have a brand new door. Who knows what I'll come back to discover. It's going to be the magical mystery tour once again next spring, coming back. Each time it's like, oh, what does Viva Sogni have in store for us now? But this winter is going to be quite exciting and maybe a bit stressful, but in the most pleasant way, I hope, working on a project from a distance. But if we have great people in charge, which I know we do, I'm sure everything will be just fine. Good morning. Oh, I had to share this with you. It's the first of those misty Tuscan mornings for October, for autumn. We're in the mist in the clouds, and I bet when I get out on the road this morning, because we're travelling to Vicopisano with my next door neighbours to the lovely market, I bet it's going to be magical going through those hills. Or if I can get a shot, I'll let you know. I'll show you. Oh, this is hilarious. So we've just come to Vicopisano markets, and it's medieval, it's Contrada, so the medieval games in the village. And these ones are meant to be doing like horse racing. It's just wonderful. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Fantastic, what fun. darling, we've just found this thing from the 1700s. It's amazing. You open it up and you put coals in it from the 1700s, and the ladies used to put it under their skirts to warm themselves when they're sitting on a carriage. Isn't that incredible? It's got a little thing inside where you put little coals and things. Absolutely amazing.
Dentro ci mettevo. Ma regalati, quegli altri invece quelli. C'è l'elastico, io non ce l'ho messo.
So it's for the really old cameras where they used to put the, you know, the flash that exploded kind of thing. It's a special thing that they used to put in there. Wow, isn't it incredible? And I found this beautiful mirror that you can, it's actually got a line to be able to put a light, or otherwise you just put a candle if you want, but 35 euros, so that's my special buy today, I think.
Questi guardi.
So those are 20 euros for the two things of special. I haven't really understand. Autocromatiche.
Costano 30 euro l'una.
Wow.
30 euro l'una.
Gentleman's saying that normally they're 30 euros each thing inside, so that's not expensive, but Fabio can't decide where he'd like to put them. So many interesting things that we're finding today. The lighting in here is not good today. I'm so sorry. It's been such bad weather. But if I don't film now, I'll forget. I didn't show you what I brought home from my very last little trip from Vicopisano markets. This was an absolute bargain. And I'm sorry if you can't see it properly because of the reflection of the light. But if I turn the light off, everything's very dark. It's this gorgeous still life, which I just love the colours of. It's quite dark but beautiful, and an original oil signed in the most lovely gilt frame, and it was 10 euro. Can you believe that? And it's quite a big frame as well. So that was one purchase. Then I'm just trying to think, what were the other little ones? Oh, I know. This is a sweet little thing. I've just got a little artificial plant in it, which I'll just pop out for a second so you can see it. This is 5 euro. I'm a real sucker for really old bits of copper. It's such a cute, now it's some kind of pouring jug. It's quite hefty, to be honest with you, and old and rusty, just like I like it. And for 5 euro, I thought, that's so sweet. That will make just a cute little plant holder, which I've had my basil plant in it until now, but that's dead. And now I'm leaving for a few days, so not much use worrying about having a live plant in there. But my little artificial plant was fine, so I'll just leave that sitting there on the window. Now, let me think what else I got that day. Oh, I forgot. The last thing was probably a take-off of a Gucci sunglass, I'd say, but I couldn't resist.